Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming all my grade 8 elite math students to my channel. And in today's session, we are starting with term 1. So we are going to cover module 3, relations and function, lesson number 1, representing relations. So a humble request, a kind reminder, if you're watching my video and liking my content, do consider subscribing to the channel, and let's start with the video and see what we are learning today. Our learning objectives for today's session are to represent relations, to interpret graph of relations, and to choose and interpret appropriate scales for the axes and origins of graph. So first of all, we will look at the learning objectives as we have already stated, and now let's see what is a relation. So sometimes we pair x comma y, the coordinates, and they are represented in this relationship. The pairing of the numbers is called relation. For example, if I write x comma y, the coordinate x comma y, then here this pairing is called a relation. For example, the set of days is the domain of the relation and the set of times is the range. So the first coordinate or the x coordinate represents the domain and the second coordinate or the y coordinate represents the range. So in simple words, the domain is the input of the function, range is the output of the function. So a relationship is a set of ordered pairs. As you see, these ordered pair x comma y. The set of the first numbers of the ordered pair in a relation is called domain. So the x coordinate is called domain, and the second set of second numbers in the ordered number of pairs is called the range. So this is very important. So let me give you some definitions which are very important. As we have already seen, a relation between two variables x and y is a set of ordered pair x comma y. An ordered pair consists of x and y coordinate. A relation may be viewed as an ordered pair, mapping, design, table, equation, or written in sentences. So these are the different ways in which you can write a relation. We are going to do each of one of them one by one. First, we will look at as the ordered pair by definition. Then we'll do it in the form of a table, equation, or sentence. So we know that the input or the independent variable called the domain is the x value, and the range is called the output or the dependent variable y values. So let's take an example of this relation: 2 comma 3 minus 1 comma 5, 4 comma minus 2, 9 comma 9, 0 comma minus 6. This is a relation, and this relation, if we have to find the domain and range, how we are going to do. So the domain is the set of all the x values. So x values are highlighted here by yellow, that is 2, minus 1, 4, 9 and 0. So they all will be together in the set of domain, and these x values are written from the smallest to the largest. So we are ordering them in ascending order from small to big. Similarly, the domain, like the domain, we can also like the range. Range is the set of all values, and again we are writing them in the ascending order. So we write from small to big or from smallest to largest. So the range is by the y coordinate. So 3, 5, 2, 9 and minus 6, because the smallest is minus 6, then minus 2, then 3, then 5, then 9. So we write them in this order. This is an example of domain and range. And as you see, if you have the domain or the set of all x and the range the set of all y's, then the relation assigns the x with the y's. So as you can see now with the arrows that I'm going to draw, 1 goes to 6, 2 goes to 2, 3 goes to 4, 4 goes to 8 and 5 goes to 10. So you can write this relation in this form: 1 comma 6 the ordered pair, comma 2 the ordered pair, 3 comma 4 the ordered pair, 4 comma 8 the ordered pair, 5 comma 10 the ordered pair. Now what makes this a relation? Just see carefully the ordered pair. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ordered pair given. So we can write the domain, we can write the range. What is the domain? So domain is the x value. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now this is already in ascending order, so you can write in this way. So these arrows denote the domain, blue arrows. Now let's write the range. So these lower arrows, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1 and 0 denote the range. So I hope the concept of domain and range of a relation is clear to you with the help of this example. Now let's see how the how the relation can be write in different form. Number one form is the mapping form. Number two form is the table form. Number three form is the graph form, and number four is the equation form. So a relation can be represented in multiple ways. A mapping illustrates the relationship between the domain and range by showing how each element of the domain is paired with an element of the range. So this mapping is this drawing actually that we are doing from domain to range. So it is showing how each element of domain is going to each element of range. Then the next one, equation, it shows how the relationship between the domain and range of a relation where substituting each value in the domain results in corresponding y value of the range. So this is the equation. Now if you try to substitute x as equal to 3, then let's see what y comes. 3 plus 2 equal to 5. So what is the coordinate? 3 comma 5. So therefore 3 comma 5 we have got. Now similarly you can substitute x equal to -4, you will get y equal to -2, x equal to 0, you will get y equal to 2. So this is the form of writing the equation. Next, the x values in the domain and the resulting y values can be written in the form of ordered pairs. We have already seen which are solutions of the equation because they make the equation true. Now this is mapping, this is equation, table also. You make the first column for the values of x, second column for the value of y, and for graph you take the ordered pair. So 3 comma 5 is here, 0 comma 2 is here, -4 comma -2 is here. So these 3 points represent the graph of the three relation. Now let's take an example from your math book. This example is is on the topic of representations of a relation. So use 2 comma 0, 0 comma 4, 3 comma -5, -3 comma -5, these coordinates to write in the form of table, graph, mapping, and then determine domain and range. Very, very easy. Domain and range, I hope now you have all understood. So 2, 0, 3 and -3 are the domain. You write it in ascending order in this way. Range is 0, 4, -5, -5. You write it in this way. Now you see -5 is repeated, so we will only write it one time. We will not repeat it again. Okay, now let's draw the table. For table, again, for x values, you start from descending order. So -3 goes to -5, 0 goes to 4, 2 goes to 0, and 3 goes to 5. So you can complete the table by drawing the rows and columns like this, and then completing the table. Then graph is only the point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5 points you draw in the graph. So this is how the graph will look like. Then mapping means you draw the diagram. And here if you see in the range there is -5 which is repeated, so 3 and -3 both will go to -5. So this is how you complete the question. Now let's solve this question together. List the ordered pairs in each relation. So first from table the ordered pairs will be -1 comma -5, then 2 comma 3, -2 comma 3, then 4 comma 7. So I've written it in ascending order. So I write like this. Then from the graph, if you see this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, comma 1. This point is -1 comma 3, and this point is -2 comma -4. So you can write this in this form: -2 comma -4, -1 comma 3, and 5 comma 1. So these are the three coordinates. For mapping it will be 1 comma 5, 5. Next example and the last question for today is on this question. Your input and output are given, so the domain and range are given, and is this a relation? That's what you need to check. So if you see, the domain is 4, -5, 0, 9 and -1, and the range is only two elements, -2, 7. Then what is the domain? Let's write. What is the range? Let's write. Because the domain and range is well defined, then yes, this is a relation that is true. So that's all for the session today. I hope you found the class useful, and if you did, do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss notification about my upcoming videos. Until then, this is Ms. Ruchika signing off from this session. See you in my next video. Bye students.